Hi everybody. So today I wanted to share with you guys the memory that I had back in 2020. So back in 2020, that's when I started remembering a lot of my, lives, other lives. And this one is when I started to remember that I am a super soldier. So what's happening is, like in the higher realms, like in the spirit world, your soul is this really huge being, and it divides up into like aspects of itself. So I am one of the aspects of this big huge soul, and then this person, this super soldier, is also one of them. And like, I don't know if you guys seen the other video I made about Atlantis. So that person from Atlantis is one of the aspects too. So all of us together make up this big huge soul that's in the spirit world. So the reason why a lot of people are remembering their past lives or concurrent lives or other timelines is because this 3D world is changing into a 4D, 4 density, 5th dimension type of world. So that's why we're able to remember. So if you haven't started to remember, you will start to remember all your other lives. So the way that I remember this one is really interesting. So one day I woke up and I had this like dark circle on my forehead. And so I was like, why do I have this dark circle on my forehead? Because it looked like a big bruise. And then that's when the guides told me that it's because I have this like a concurrent life happening, where I'm like this super soldier. So this super soldier, his name is Damon. Sounds like Damon. And he's in a different, like timeline dimension. And what he's doing is he's fighting on behalf of planet Earth. He's fighting different like alien, races, like in battles. I guess, there's battles happening all over the place. So the first thing that I remember, and the way that I started to remember is because I used this book called The Akashic Records by Howe. So I'll link that book in the description box. But if you use that book, you'll be able to remember a lot of your lives, okay? So the first thing after, I did the Akashic Record invocation, the first thing that came up was I started seeing like this big, huge feet. So it was like big, huge feet like this, something like that. And they were walking. So the feet were walking. And then from the feet, I started seeing this huge, long tail that was really thick, like here, and then it got pointy, like this. And then the tail had scales, like a lot of scales, and it was gray. And then like when you're seeing all these things, it looks kind of like a movie where you just watch. And sometimes you may get like feelings, or you just know information. So that's what was happening. So I was just kind of like watching this movie unfold. And then after I see this tail, then it pans out, to the face. And the face is of a reptilian being. And I saw his head and his shoulders. And so his face kind of looks like this. He has little nostrils. So he's also covered in scales. Okay, so this is like the being that I am fighting, like in this memory. So his whole body is covered in scales. And then the next thing I saw was this like spiders. And they were, because in, you know, like part of the alien races is there's also insectoids. So the spiders, I guess we were fighting, you know, the reptilians and the spiders. And the spiders, they're just in a row. They're huge. They're like huge, huge, huge beings. And they kind of do also look like ants, but they're just like in a row. So you see them in a row, just marching, basically marching. And then that's who we were fighting. And then after I saw all of these spiders, I was able to see, you know, like myself. So the way that I look is like this. So I have this helmet and this body armor, and I'm really protected. This is like a really advanced, you know, body armor. And the helmet, I was able to see what it looks like inside the helmet. So inside the helmet, it kind of looks something like this, where you see like writing on the screen, and the screen tells you all this information. But I mean, I couldn't tell what it was saying, but it just like writing. It just keeps, you know, popping up like the writing. And then this right here would be like the landscape of what I'm seeing through the helmet. So I'm inside the helmet. So another thing that I saw was my hand. So my hand has like a glove. It's like made of metal or something like that. And then I'm carrying a weapon. So it was like my hand with a weapon. And we were in an area that looked a lot like Antarctica. So I got that, you know, like the information that it was Antarctica. And there were huge like icebergs like this. And then there was this like pool of water here. Like a pool of water. And it seems like these reptilian beings and these spiders, they're in Antarctica, or like a place that kind of looks like that. Okay. And I also saw, you know, like people dying. So like I saw someone like another soldier, that his helmet melted. So I don't know how they, you know, what they did to melt the helmet, but it was kind of like a liquid that it fell on him or something like that. And then you could see like his helmet is melting, and his face like started melting too. So he looked like his skin just started melting. So, you know, kind of scary stuff. Let me see, what else did I see? Oh yeah, I remember seeing spacecraft. So in the spacecraft, there was like a few types. I remember seeing, there was, you know, like a round one, just like a round spacecraft. That's what you would think of like as a UFO, something like that. And then there was one that was up in space, and that one was a cylinder, and it had like a point, this. So I saw that one. And then I also saw maybe what you would call like a wormhole, because it looked like this, like it was kind of like that. And we were traveling inside this wormhole super duper fast, and I guess we were going somewhere else. But when I saw, you know, the reason why I had that brown dark circle on my forehead is because I got hit. So I saw the moment that I got hit, and what it looked like is It looked like this big flash. So it came from the right, and it was just like this, like a big flash of light, and like a large sound, like a huge sound, and it hit me because I saw my head like this, and it hit me on the side. So I'm not sure if I died or what happened to me, but that's when I got hit right here on my head. Okay, so so what I know about the super soldiers is that there's, you know, some people that are remembering being a super soldier, and they are part of like a secret space program. So you can learn more about it, like if you know, search on it on YouTube videos have it, but also the channel Gaia has a lot of people talking about being a super soldier, and they remember being a super soldier. What I know for me is that it's not like I'm a super soldier right now, because I'm not. You know, me, Beatrice, is not a super soldier, but this person who has a life simultaneously happening as me, he is a super soldier, and his name is Damon. And it seems like he's, you know, like in a different dimension, like maybe not dimension, or oh yeah, I guess, but not the 3D. He's not in the 3D. He's like in a different dimension, maybe like 4D. It doesn't seem like it's the future of planet Earth. That's more like happening right now. That's what I'm getting, that it happens right now. Okay, so just wanted to share, because maybe you're a super soldier and we are in this battle together. So it's really, really interesting. All right, so I'm gonna make more videos like this, because I have been able to remember so many other interesting lives, like in other planets. So I'll keep making these videos, okay? All right, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.